Hello, good afternoon. How's everybody doing on this Saturday? We're in March. We made it. This is March. I'm gonna go and switch over. I know I promised early that we'd be doing some sports video game cases in my stream, so looking forward to that. I'm gonna hide it for a little bit later, but you know these stickers, that are on sports games. You may not be to really think too much of them until you decide you want to use a case from another game and reuse it for a game that's missing a case or has a broken case or something like that. And you think sports games, those are like $1, or in this case, $2. I will, for $2, I'll just get a new case. That's so much easier. But then as you go to switch it, you realize there's this big holographic sports sticker that's permanently stuck to this case, which isn't going to work really great if you have this in, like, I don't know, Dragon Quest 11 or something, and with a big NBA logo on it. It doesn't go. It's not what it's for. So we're going to be seeing if I can clean one of those off. I've never removed one of those successfully before, but that's mostly because I haven't tried. So we're going to give it a good shot today, and see what happens. So before that, I do have just some other various pickups and cleanups and stuff. I think my mic's maybe a little hot. Let me turn it down just a smidge. There we go. I have a few just other random various pickups that I've done that are kind of easier to start with. So I think I'll start there. The first one is a very exciting pickup. I know you've all heard me talk about this as like possibly a game of the year. Hi, hello, Crafty Kate. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for coming in. Hope you're having a good day. This reminds me, I need to do something. I'm gonna mod. See if I did this right. Probably not. Probably didn't work. I probably just posted that out there instead of actually making you a mod. I probably need to do that without taking the thing off. But hello, welcome. So we're starting with a very, very well-known, very good game. Probably a game of the year in some instances. I mean, it was a tough competition, so like maybe not everyone agreed with this, but High School the Musical 2, Work This Out, as you know, is an extremely good video game. So we're gonna test this out before. It looks really good as it is already, so I probably don't need to do anything with it at all. But we'll just test it just to make sure it's working, and if it's not working, we'll clean off those contacts a little bit, and make sure it's good. But yeah, looks like it's booting up. For some reason, it doesn't look like this game has been played for like 80 hours or 120 hours. It doesn't look like someone took this with them for years and years, every road trip they went on, which seems weird. I don't know why that would be. But either way, we're going to just make sure it boots up okay. And it looks like everything is going well here. Yeah, oh yeah, High School Musical 2. There's an adventure mode to this. There's an arcade multiplayer, so all your other friends who have Disney High School Musical 2, they can all play with you. So that's good. Anyway, so that game's working. So I don't even think I need to clean it. Is Zac Efron in it? Possibly? I mean, I think he's on the case. I think he's on like the box art. He's not. There's no box art really for just the logo on the sticker, but I think Zac Efron is probably there's probably a digital avatar of Zac Efron that is questionable at best. So that's something to look forward to when I want to try out that game and see how very good it is. Next one is Just Like It. This is Cheetah Girls Pop Star Sensations. Another excellent game, I'm sure. This one has just a little bit of junk on the contacts. Just a little bit. So this one, just for fun at this point, just for something to do, I'm going to get out my 91% IPA isopropyl alcohol and just get a few drips on a toothbrush here. Kind of dab off the excess there. And I'm just going to brush that across the contacts a little bit just to try to get rid of whatever junk was in there. I got that a little wetter than I usually do. Sorry about that. Sorry, game. Didn't mean to get you so wet. So I'm going to let that one kind of dry a little bit because I got that really good. So we'll do our next one. Yet another extremely good game. This is I believe this is My Little Pony, Pinkie Pie's Party on DS. So you can, and this one does have a little bit of residue on those contacts. So we'll wipe that off too while we've got a wet toothbrush. Just kind of stroking that across the contacts, trying to just wipe off any sort of dirt or grime that might be on there. Cool. And I've got one more DS game I'll clean off real quick while we're here too. This one is the reason I bought all these games. This is Viva Pinata Pocket Paradise. So I've previously owned this game, and it's one of the few games that have just gotten misplaced at some point. So I've been trying to get this for cheap pretty recently, but I found this DS lot with 4 games in it, one of which was Viva Pinata, and the whole lot was like $8.50 shipped or something like that. Which is like half the price of Viva Pinata alone. It normally goes for like $18. So I was very excited to pick up Viva Pinata, and have that back in my collection again. I mean, I don't know, maybe this My Little Pony Pinkie Pie Party game is pretty good. I wouldn't know. Cheetah Girls Pop Star Sensations. Maybe it's a good music and rhythm game. And High School Musical 2. This completes my set. I'm sure I had High School Musical 1 and 3, probably. So now I can show off that I have the whole set of High School Musical games. So take that, people who don't have all High School Musical games. Get on my level. All right, so we're going to try out the Cheetah Girls game just to see if it's working. Looks like it's good so far. And I don't know anything about this game, really. Again, this isn't the reason I bought this lot, but the fact that it was licensed by Disney means it can't be absolute garbage. At best, it can be, or at worst, it's only going to be, like, mediocre. Oh, I gotta touch the screen to start. All right, let's see where we're going with this. Harley and G previously played this game. It looks like all of them have only day 1 as far as they've gotten, so I think I'm going to be safe to delete one of these games. This isn't going to be like a gameplay stream, like that's not what we're doing here, but I am just curious. Oh boy, I put in my name real quick. Alright, let's just dump that in real quick. Chadley, nailed it. I'm just curious what this gameplay looks like in this game. Can I go to arcade and just get right into it? Let's go see if we can get right into it. Sure. Oh, sorry, I thought I was in it. Okay. Compose some music. Remember the notes in each measure. After a measure is played, the notes will remain on the touchscreen for a few seconds. After notes disappear, copy by sight and sound the tune you heard. Touch the lower screen where you wish to place the note. The note counter shows how many notes are left in the measure. Tap the play button to submit your tune. Dude, is this a Music Theory game? Is this Music Theory, the video game? That would be way better than just what you would think Cheetah Girls might be. Nope, 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 nope. No, oh, see, it's like now you butchered it already. Oh, I did spectacular, though. Alright, this is gonna be worth looking into. I'm curious what this, curious to see more of this Cheetah Girls game later. Because if it's just a AP Music Theory college course class just wrapped up in a DS game with Cheetah Girls wrappings on it, that would be quite a hidden gem. We're going to check out My Little Pony Pinkie Pie's Party here just to see, first of all, if it boots up, and then what kind of stuff's in there. Looks like this predates 2008. I'm trying to figure out by these graphics. I think these are like the 90s style of My Little Pony graphics and not the more recent cartoon, but not the newest cartoon. I think the one in the middle is the one that kind of started the revival. Oh, adventure and minigames. There's so much to discover in this game. Oh man, I can't even get into it. But there you go, it's working. Good to know. I'll have to find some 8-year-old girl at some point and just hand her these DS games and ask her if they're any good. All right, so we're gonna try out Viva Pinata. This is the one we were going for here. Really, I just want to make sure this works. It's looking good so far. Looking good so far. Not a whole lot of rare games, rare published, developed games on the Nintendo DS, I don't think. So always good when you can find one. Oh, buddy. Party time. Those graphics don't look quite as good as they do on the Xbox, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, man. Alright, looks like it's working. It's good. Cool, so that's gonna be a whole thing to try out. I'm glad I have that back in my collection again. So we're off to a good start. We've got 4 working DS games. That's good. Put those over in the winners pile. Next up, let's go to a few more handhelds. Just keep doing handhelds while we're here. I picked up Wings of Fury in a lot with Spy Hunter on NES. Spoilers for later in the stream. So we'll go ahead and clean this one off too. Generally with these, I'll look to see just how bad it is, and usually I can just get it with a Q-tip in there without having to like take the screw off the back and get all the way in there. I'll pretty much only reserve that for if I'm having struggles with a game getting it to work. But I also want to, before I even test it, just clean it off a little bit. So I'm just going to get a Q-tip, open my IPA again, and just kind of stick it in the opening, get a few little bit of liquid on there, not too much. Go right in those contacts. I'm just going to rub it back and forth. And then really I'm going to see, once I do this for a little bit, how much color and grime is on my game. That's really going to be what lets me know whether I'm done or I need to keep going. So I take this out, and it's got maybe just a tiny bit of like a yellowish gray on there, but it's generally pretty good. So I think that one should be good to go. I'll grab up my Game Boy Advance FP to test this one out. Make sure that one's working. It's a good sign, though. Good start. All right, we're in. Blaze Your Way to Glory, Wings of Fury by Steve Waldo. Oh, wait, did it say Tommy Tallarico? Hold up a minute. We're doing this again. Is this one of the 10 million games that Tommy Tallarico worked on? I just mashed through those credits and didn't even think to make fun of the people who were in there. Steve Waldo. Music by Tommy Tallarico. There you go. Award-winning Tommy Tallarico music. I mean, it's hard not to find a Tommy Tallarico game considering he like invented Mario or whatever. So, good for him. Anyway, that game works. I'll be curious to put in some headphones on that one and make sure Tommy Tallarico did a good job on it. Here are the 2 priciest, most expensive games that I picked up, also from the same seller. Drome Racers for Lego Drome Racers on Game Boy Advance. This one also looks like it's in pretty okay shape, but I'll go ahead and give this another quick bath. Ooh, we are getting a little bit of color off here. Guinness Award winner, that's right. Guinness World Record, most video games ever owned. Alright, you might be able to see on that one, I am starting to get a little bit of like a grayish color on this one, so this one was a little dirtier than my Game Boy game I tried earlier. But it's still relatively clean. That should work okay. So let's make sure that's going. this was before all the Lego games got good too. So you wouldn't think Drone Racers is anything special. But it might have the best graphics on the Game Boy Advance SP. Well, Game Boy Advance, that is. It has like totally cool 3D graphics that looks like what Stunt Race FX wanted to be on the Super Nintendo. It has a great frame rate on it. I'm driving into a wall, sorry about that. But yeah, it looks really good for a Game Boy Advance game. Runs real smooth. You wouldn't think it would. So, excited to have that one in the collection. Oh wait, I got a sticker I gotta remove real quick. Let's swap over to that. So I'm just gonna get out my little plastic scraper here. And just see if I can get... It's not like a... I think it's a relatively new sticker. I think someone put this on in the last few weeks or months even. So I'm just gonna try to get under all the corners. Find the weak point. There we go. And then once I find that... Nope. I was going to say the whole thing should just come up, but nope. It's more stubborn than I thought it would be. He's out of the way for a second. So I can really get in on the sticker. Alright, well, here's, this is coming up way harder than I thought it would be, so, my plan at this point is I'm going to get all the paper off of here that I can. I thought this would be pretty simple to get off, actually. I'm really shocked how bad this is. But basically whatever gluey, sticky stuff on here is, like, kind of getting all over the place. So once I get the paper off, then I will take a cleaner to this and remove the sticky residue off here. But I won't need the paper in order to do that. So we'll go ahead and get that off. There we go. Alright, so the paper's gone. Now we just gotta do something about that goopy residue. Let's see. I was gonna grab paper towels, but I don't have any paper towels. Oh, there they are. They're over there. Just kidding. I'm good. Paper towels. Let's start with one of these. And let's see. I mean, since this is literally goo, then Goo Gone is probably like the best thing to use on this. I just want to make sure I don't go too overboard on it, because I don't need a ton, I don't think. And I certainly don't want to get like a ton of residue on here, so I'm going to kind of get my paper towel in half, and then just quickly just get a tiny bit on my paper towel. Close that off before I can spill it all over the table. And then see if we can get some of that on that sticky stuff. Let it sit around for a minute. Let it eat the goo that's on there. Still a little bit sticky. Try the other side a little bit. There we go. Now I feel like I'm really getting it all off. So that's doing much better. And then if I just want to go just a little bit extra mile on this, again, this is a pretty expensive game relatively for a Game Boy Advance SP game. I'm going to get just a little bit of all-purpose cleaner on paper towel as well, and just wipe off the back this way. Mostly just trying to get rid of any of the Goo Gone goo that's left over. Get it back to like a clean shape. Trying to not get any of the paper label if I can that's on the front. Oops, throw it on the floor. There we go. All right, that's looking pretty good. Feeling pretty good about that. So no other obvious bad spots anywhere else I need to really clean off, I don't think. So cool. Drone Racers, put it in the winning category. Next one up, this was the big one that really opened up that can of worms for me. This is CT Special Forces 2. I've seen the first game a few times in some stores, but I've never seen the second one, and was able to get this on eBay for relatively cheap. So we're going to clean the contacts on this one as well. All right, yay on Q-tip. Sorry, cotton swab. For all you brand loyalists out there. And then, yeah, just want to clean off these contacts just a little bit. Nothing too outrageous. Not going to open up the cartridge unless I have to. But also don't want to put a 15-year-old game in my system without cleaning it off a little bit first. Alright, that looks pretty good. Put it in the SP. Give it a shot. Shout out to Matt Quo, who was streaming this game a week or two ago. I suppose it's probably longer than a week or two ago at this point. But this game was on my wish list for a long time. Then he streamed it, and then I suddenly was like, oh, now it's moving up the list, because it looks pretty good. Ooh, fresh save file, perhaps? Cool, looks like it's opening up just fine, so that's good. Lots of exposition here. Possibly the only exposition? I don't know, we'll see. Mission, challenge, password, options. I'm just gonna get right in here just to play a tiny bit of the gameplay. Yeah, okay. Lots of important instructions here. It's going to tell me how to play. I'm not going to read them, and then later I'm going to complain about not knowing how to play this game. So, look forward to that. Oh, I'm probably supposed to be protecting those, not destroying those. Okay, well. Oh no, bad guys. Blow them up. Okay, anyway, that game works. Good. Very excited. Very excited to add that one in. I don't think this one needs much more cleaning other than maybe just a quick wipe down on the back. See if we can get a little bit of grime, if any, off of here. Just slightly across that label. Don't want to take any ink off or anything, but I would like to get a layer of gunk off. That would be good. Cool. All right, some good ones. Next up, I've got Spy Hunter. I might want to open this one up. I think I am. I'm going to go open this one up. So I'll be right back. I got to get the Gambit screwdriver. All right. Hey, I got it right the first time. How about sometimes have a hard time getting the right angle on these NES cartridges with just a Q-tip. And also, sometimes the Q-tip isn't the first step you'd want to use on these contacts because the contacts are so much larger than modern day contacts. I don't know what modern day means because none of them use definitely more like that. But okay, got 2. One more. There we go. I will separate that, put that to the side. Take that out of its little shell. And I'll show you kind of what I had in mind. What I mean here is the contacts. There's nothing like with like standing out on them or anything. Like you can't really see anything that's taking up shape. What I'm seeing on my end though is a lot of discoloration. There's a good look at it. Is a lot of like discoloration. Like it's kind of grayish brownish. Same thing on the back too. At the very end of the gold bits, it's kind of grayish brownish. So this is where my favorite pink eraser comes in for this. That I'm just going to kind of erase these contacts. Just going to pull across from the top down to the bottom and see if I'm erasing any sort of gunk or dirt off these contacts. So I'll do this on one end and then I'll swap over to the other. But you'll probably see like a kind of a gross line on my mat when I'm all done here. A line of grime and dirt. Yeah, you can see it, I think, even through that camera. So something's coming off, right? Something that's coming off here as I'm doing this. And whatever it is that's coming off could have been coming off in my Nintendo system if I didn't do this first. Alright, so we'll just keep on taking this eraser and pulling down toward the bottom of the contacts. Kind of going back and forth. Wipe it on my pants a little bit to kind of get it fresh again. Alright, now those contacts look even better to me. Top Spot, welcome on in. I've used an eraser on the contacts from my Genesis to Sega CD before as well. Works like a charm. Yep, totally agree. It's really funny to think like the stuff that we use now was available in the 80s and 90s when we were all complaining about systems not working. But I don't think I just knew. I just didn't know better, right? I think at one point I did take just water to my contacts at one point when I was a kid because I didn't know any better than that. Maybe even soap and water, which I'm sure didn't go well. When, isopropyl alcohol would have been much better, but also I probably wouldn't have had the right percentage even if I knew that part. But really, yeah, if I could have just been like, yeah, take off the thing with one of those cool screwdrivers. If you can get one of those, again, that's another hard part. It's not like there was no like Amazon back then. But yeah, if I could have just taken a pink eraser to those contacts, I definitely had this growing up. I definitely had a pink eraser, and that would have been all I needed to get my contacts, get my games working again, right? Well, that and maybe bending back the pins on my NES. How are things in your end, Top Spot? Sorry, I can't even see what I'm doing right now. Any exciting weekend plans? Any specific games you're looking forward to playing again soon? There we go. You have a to-do list that you're trying not to totally ignore, and some gaming to get back to soon. Exactly. There we go. All right, so Spy Hunter should be working great. However, you can see there's definitely some sort of gross stuff on there. I'm not super happy about that. So a couple options for how to do that. I think a toothbrush is probably the best at getting in those grooves. It's really just, what kind of cleaner do you want to use on that? I don't think I want to use alcohol on the shell as much. So instead, I'm going to use some of the all-purpose cleaner that I have. Let's see. How do I want to get it on here? I think I might do it the super safe way and get a paper towel. Get that first, instead of spraying it right on my game directly. Power washer. Sure. So I'm just going to kind of scrub at it a little bit just to get some of that residue from the cleaner on it, and then quickly swap over to the toothbrush. Just go at those ridges. Those ridges I wouldn't be able to get very easily. Good. I'll go ahead and give it another bath on top of that. While I'm here, go ahead and get the back a little bit too. Trying to avoid the label just a little bit. Don't want to goof that up. But definitely these edges are usually pretty gross. Cool. Little corners can get gross. See if I can scrub those a little bit without going nuts. There we go. The stream title, is that something you've had luck with, or are you trying with the first time? I'm going to try for the first time. I think I have a strategy for what I want to do here. For getting... the question is about getting stickers off sports games. So yeah, we're going to try it together. In fact, I only have one more cartridge left, but this is a good stopping point for that cartridge. Let's get into the main event then, because you're right. That's what we're all curious about. NBA 2K18, found this at half price for $2. I was like, that's cool. Took it up to the counter, and they're like, oh no, we don't have the game for it. And I'm like, do you want to knock off half the price, give it to me for $1, and I'll just take an empty case? And they said sure. And I was like, good, because I didn't really want to play NBA 2K18 anyway. I just wanted the case. But yeah, we got the big old sticker down here that we're going to try to get rid of. So I think first I'm going to start with just the easy ones, just to give me something to work with here. Oh, that one came right off. That's great. The half price stickers, generally not too bad, as long as they're not too old. Now, that said, I've had this case in my possession for like a while now. Oh, I'm noticing the sticker actually was printed in 2020. So this is an older sticker. I'm going to need to put a little credit card or something behind the vinyl plastic here, so I'm not gouging at the case as badly as I try to get my plastic scraper under one of these corners. There we go. Just like that. And then work my way around, and hopefully this whole thing will come off in one big pull. Oh, yes. Outstanding. Outstanding. Good luck. I don't think there's a way. They feel like they're fused with the outer sleeve. Yeah, certainly the normal tools you would use for something like this, for any sticker, isn't going to work. Like if I just take this plastic scraper and just go at it, I don't think I'm going to get under the corner. I'm not going to do anything with it, I don't think. I do have a metal scraper, which might be a little bit better. I think my best friend for this is going to be heptane, which is kind of like a rubber cement cleaner type of thing. Rubber cement remover. So I'm going to get a fresh Q-tip. Sorry, cotton swab. I'm gonna get that a little bit wet. And I'm gonna see if I can get that, kind of take that around the edges of the sticker, hoping that some of this actually does leak underneath to loosen up some of the sticky stuff underneath there. And you're right. I think now that we've talked about it, I think I'm gonna get out the big metal guy. And let's see if we can get anything out here. Does it react with PVC? Not nearly as much as other cleaners. It's much safer than the alcohol, much safer than Goo Gone, something like that. It's kind of why I mainly got it. Is because, yeah, it's pretty good against... Ooh. Did I just... Ah, it's only the top layer. They got me. Okay, that's okay, though. Let's get this plastic layer off, if that's what it takes. There we go. Got that off. But, as you can see, still the big sticky thing underneath. Alright, so step 1 completed. Now, let's see if that heptane's going to do anything again. Go around the outside, see if this does anything. Well, let me show you a little bit what's going on there. It's sort of coming up, just not in one piece. It's like it's kind of melting away, oddly. Pretty wild. But, let me show you again. Like, that corner is kind of gone. Microwave it. That's an option, I guess. I do have my heat gun as well. Could try the heat gun. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give this yet another heptane bath and see if that heptane is just gonna be able to eat away at this this metal sticker. So I'm just kind of dousing it at this point. Now it's getting all wet. We're gonna get this soaked. But even my Q-tip thingy, let's see if I can get it to zoom in, is starting to get a little bit of the like silver flecks on it. So something is coming up here. Yeah, it's so weird. It's almost like it's like kind of like a liquid material, way more than it's like a physical material compared to any other sticker you've used. Gallium. The metal is probably aluminum. The gallium would deteriorate it. That could be. That's not a cleaner I have on me though. Don't have that one. But I do wonder what a heat gun would do too. I don't actually, it's upstairs, so I don't have it on me right now, but be curious what that would do. But also heat gun on vinyl is always rough because you could also melt it pretty easily too. So just out of curiosity, what's the plastic scraper feel like? Just what does it feel like? Feels like not much anything anymore. Doesn't seem to help any. It's got to be this metal one, I think. Probably needs more of that heptane. I probably need to refresh it. It dries out pretty darn fast. But also, I think that's what's kind of picking up my residue. Crafty Kate says she'll bring down the heat gun if I need it. I don't know. I don't know if it'll help or not. How about paper towel? Paper towel just kind of like pick up any of this a little bit. I don't know if that made it all worse though. It might have made it much worse. Made more progress than I expected. Yeah. I think the shocking thing for me is that it didn't come out like in one strip, that it's like disintegrating underneath the liquid, the heptane fluid, and the metal and the like metal scraper. I'm getting all these like little silver bits like all over my cleaning thing. So I probably need to get a new Q-tip. Is probably what I need to do. I probably run out of like absorbent qualities here. Trying to get off like the most residue I can before there we go. Put in a reinforcement. Cotton swab, thank you. Okay. Keep on scraping away whatever is left here. Again, try not to be too rough on it that I scratch the vinyl. I think we got it. I just got to get this residue off the case now. But, like, it's basically gone. Let me bring it up to the camera and show you what I'm looking at right now. So you can see a little bit of, like, something. But, like, the sticker itself is, like, there's no NBA guy anymore. Jerry Lucas or whatever is not on that case. Let me try heptane on my paper towel and just see if I can rub. Oh, that is it. That's it. Once I get the bad stuff off, just heptane on a paper towel will absorb whatever junk is on there. I just have to use it a few times. I think, like, go in different spots because I run out of area that can absorb anything. Pretty good. There's one little spot down here, a little stubborn. I don't know if I can get anything, or if that's like scratches in the vinyl at this point. Still have one more end of this not used. Well, cotton swab got it right up. It's kind of a combination, I guess. It's like going back and forth between a cotton swab or Q-tip, you know, whichever one. Could be just that, like, the sticker itself, like Topsaw, you kind of mentioned this before, is like the sticker itself might have kind of melted the vinyl a little bit when it was placed on there. But I would say that's pretty good. There's like a little bit of, like, a tiny bit of gouging from me scraping on that so hard. Just a little bit of, like, residue gunk on here. Like, I kind of wipe it off and it looks gone, and then it shows itself back up. So that's probably just damage to the case. But But I would say overall, we mostly got that. That's pretty good considering how hard that is to normally get rid of. So for a dollar replacement case, I feel like that's good enough. You know, take out this NBA 2K18, put in something else, good enough. Worthwhile experiment. Now you can buy all the cheap sports cases. Well, it's funny you mention that because I do have some more. Who wants to do it again? So I've got FIFA 16 here with a different holographic sticker on it. This one is the FIFA official licensed product. Okay. Let's see if we can walk through these steps one more time now. So we're going to start with just the yellow sticker here, just so I kind of know what I'm working with. Ooh, this one's on the artwork itself a little bit. Gross. Let me pull this all the way out. Ooh, a trial of Xbox Live Gold on there, if anyone wants that. Yeah, I see the problem. Nope. Ruined my FIFA 16 case forever. That's very sad. That artwork can never be reused. Disc is making this a little bit harder, so I'm going to go ahead and take that out too. The disc that was in upside down for some reason. Might as well take these out. We just have the case now. No more distractions. Yeah, that sticker's coming up pretty good. There we go. I don't suppose sticker residue works on this at all, does it? Is that doing anything? No, not really. Mostly looks like gouges for me at this point now. Okay, so let's walk through what we did last time. We took a Q-tip or quad swab, whichever. Got it in the heptane, and we went around the outside of the sticker. And hopefully that's going to eat up, it's going to leak inside that sticker, I'm hoping, so we can pick that up. This one's almost a little interesting. It's interesting because it's like in the middle. Like almost every sticker I ever take off is on the edge. I have to like kind of wedge my card into there this time. Let's take our metal scraper. See if we can get under here without damaging anything. Something's coming up. Oh. Show you the progress real quick. But that whole thing is coming up this time. All right, this is good. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use the heptane as I'm pulling this up, so that the theory is it's going to be eating away at the residue underneath it, which makes it easier for me to pull the rest of it off. There's some. Peel back a little. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, and just keep going with that heptane. Take my time. Let that heptane eat away at that residue as I peel it off. Boom. Came off in one. That was cool. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that much success. So I don't know if that's because the FIFA sticker is less strong than the other stickers, or if I just happened to get all the way under it this time. I'm not sure what exactly caused that great success, but I will take it. Excellent. But now we've got an absolutely A+ case that can be used for any other game that is missing its case. I mean, it's a little dirty, but it's fine. Soccer doesn't do as well in the US. That's right. That's right. So there's not a lot of interest in the FIFA 16s if you can find it. Makes it easy to clean. Well, we get to continue this experiment with NBA 2K14 featuring LeBron James on his second of 3 teams. This one's going to be a little more because it's got an old GameStop sticker. Then it's got a half-price sticker. And underneath that half-price sticker is an old NBA logo way down there. So this one's gonna be a bit. That said, this is right on the edge, so I might get lucky and be able to pull up this entire thing. Let me get my card back under here again. We'll see. We'll see. Carefully try to get all the way under here. And see if we can just peel this whole thing off. Maybe. Take my time. Go nice and slow. No need to rush it. We've got all day until 2:30. Oop. Tore a little bit up there, but that's okay. Gonna tear over here. Looks like someone else has previously tried to remove this sticker and then gave up, so they gouged the case on that side a little bit, but it's okay. Okay, we got 98% of that sticker off on our first try. You have a PSP case with that empty case with that hologram. True. PSP cases are another one that might be good to take a look at soon too. So, there's a lot of PSP games out there missing their case buddies. All right, so we got the paper off there. Now we're just gonna need a little bit of that heptane. I don't think I've got anything left on here, do I? I guess I do, just enough to take off that residue. All right, so that one's good. Let's see if this super buy is stickered up. Hang on, let me move my little card again. This one's got several stickers, one on top of another, so it could be a challenge. Oop, that was good. That felt good. I got under it. This is like a boss battle where like you get off its little like minions and it's like first form, and then boom, the final boss. What's up? Alright, I'm gonna get that nice and wet again. Go around the outside. Might as well get that in the middle too. If you want to eat all the way through, go for it, buddy. Now this one's going to be a little tough because it's. I just noticed this one is a circular sticker instead of like a squared one at all. So there's not going to be like a corner. There's no corner on this that I can get off. So again, now it's like a video game where they've introduced a new gaming mechanic. Like, oh, you were doing good with our bosses with corners. Well, we've now introduced a boss without a corner. Now what is your plan? Yeah, your normal shield technique doesn't work anymore. Your shield is garbage. You got to find a new way to beat this Dark Souls boss. You got to learn how to parry, buddy. That's what's happening right now. Well, good news is I'm very good at video games. Get under here again. There we go. Oh, you cannot defeat me. That one might have come off even cleaner than the FIFA one. One piece. It's on my thing forever, though. I don't even see residue this time. Can't even see where it was. Is that it? Is that where it was up there? Or is that just other old stickers? It might be underneath, actually. Nothing. We got it. And now I got a random NBA 2K14 disc manual and artwork that I'm not going to need, as I put this case on something much more valuable than NBA K14. Whew, that was exciting. What else? Now I'm addicted to this. What other sports games do I have? Hey, sports games, where are you at? Now it's just easy stuff. That's it. Probably go back over that with Windex or something later. Yeah, I think the all-purpose cleaner is pretty good for that too. That's pretty good for a cleaner for me. Windex works pretty well too, though. Either one is fine. Yeah, I could get a fresh one here. If that looks any better. Yeah, I think you're right. I needed one last wipe down. I'm gonna do that with these other ones too then. True, I would do this for a cartridge. Not sure why I wouldn't do it for a vinyl disc-based game. Heck, this one's even empty. I can probably do it in the middle. Some of that could be between the vinyl and the plastic too. I would say that's certainly good enough for a dollar game case. And I think I got this one, but not sure. I'll just get just the outside, just to say I did. Nice. Very exciting. Okay. Yeah, let's keep running through some more just easy stickers here. Labyrinth. This one I paid probably too much for. $5 is probably more than this is going for, but I wanted the case and manual that were inside this. And yeah, it looks like it's in pretty good shape. And I'd already broken the seal at that point too, right? You're like, I'm already buying all those other games. If I can do this, then now I can buy Labyrinth and not have to look for it anymore because it's already in my collection. I needed like a 10% educator's discount or something to make me feel better about it. A little stubborn. More stubborn than I thought it would be. There we go. I found it. I knew one of these four corners would be a weak spot. Bye. All right, let me switch over to just a drop of alcohol or so, and just get the context of the DS game. Yeah, once in for $1, you're in for as much as you have, lol. For sure. It's all or nothing when you're shopping. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I bought anything from half price in probably since the before times. I don't think I got anything from there if I don't remember. I think the last thing I got is I remember finding a Tetris Attack that was in just abysmal condition, but it was like $7. So I took it home. And I think that honestly might have been what kind of birthed my cleaning hobby, I guess, is I tried to clean it not knowing what I was doing at all. And so I took like alcohol to the label and like got some color off of it. Like, it was already pretty trash anyway, and it looks better now than it did when I bought it, but I definitely did not clean it properly. I would have done several different steps now, but it was going through that process that really gave me the urge to do better and learn more about how to clean games and what you're supposed to do, what works, what doesn't work. I did a lot of experimentation just on that one case too, to see like, oh, okay, so that's what happens if you put alcohol on a label. Now I know. All right, Labyrinth is working great, by the way. So we'll put that with the rest of the DS games I bought, and we will catalog those and put them in my collection later off stream. What's next? Speaking of labels, actually, I do have one more really gross one. Top Gear Overdrive. This is not in great shape. It's got a permanent marker, $2 written on it in red. I've only tried to take off black permanent markers, so this will be my first time trying to take off a different color and see if black will still take it off. I think it will. And yeah, the contacts in there are real not good looking. In fact, so not good looking that I probably need to open this one up. Wrong. I missed. There we go. I don't really like getting Nintendo 64 games open because the shielding is always obnoxious to me. I can never remember how it goes back together very easily. But this game is gross enough that it needs it. This is another challenging boss in our evening stream today. So we'll pry that open that way. Inside it looks okay, thankfully. Doesn't look like there was like a bug infestation or anything. Oh, I need a screwdriver too. Need that. All right, be right back. See, which of these do I want to use? Let's try this guy. See if that size is about right. It's pretty good. This is where these holes on this mat really come in handy too. It holds these screws nice and well, and in a way I can kind of organize them as well. Nice. I'm missing one? Oh, that's right. It's just kind of like bracketed in there. Again, I don't like opening up Nintendo 64 games. It always feels like I'm breaking it. Right. I decided to take off my headphones because I need to hear it. I need to hear if it was snapping or cracking or what exactly. Take this bracket off. Put it back where I found it, more or less. There we go. All right, let's get a good look at this this growdiness in here. This one's in pretty bad shape. That's definitely going to need some eraser. But we'll see if we can save this. I did not pay $2 for this, by the way. It was more than that. But I figured I didn't realize it was that bad until I got it in person. The pictures were a little misleading, especially the contacts are way worse than I thought they were. But I also do enjoy a challenge, so I want to see if I can clean it anyway. One's so bad, it might need some left and right movement. I don't normally like to go left and right, but one needs a little more. Yeah, a little. There's now we're starting to get some real gunk off of here. But yeah, this one needs a little more pressure, I would say, than the usual NES cartridges that I'm cleaning. I still have to flip it over and get the other side. Okay, that's better. Here, I'll show you how much better it is. So you can still see where it contacts with the system. I mean, it feels like I still have a lot more to go on that, honestly. This one I will probably hit this with alcohol after I'm done erasing too. I'm gonna kind of have to do both on this because it's in such bad shape. Yeah, I'm getting even more off here. I guess I wasn't done. Alright, let's get the back for a bit. Yeah, same thing. I think I need to go left and right because of how bad this is. Well, better. Here's our progress so far. Getting shinier. All right. Got lots of gross shards on my mat right at the moment. We're doing pretty good otherwise. That's a used one. Let's get a fresh one. So I'm going to put my metal tool away for a second just so I don't accidentally stab anything. Clean up my workstation just a smidge. All right. Now, if I get a bunch of color off of this and I on my Q-tip, like I kind of am, it might mean I'm not done yet, and I need to keep going. Might not be done. Get the other side, and then we'll go back for a whole nother round, is what we'll do. Yep, definitely some gross color on there. Happy Cleaner Day to you too, Blink. How are things in your household at the moment? We're having some pretty good success getting our sports games cleaned up. Now we're just getting a gross Nintendo 64 game cleaned up. So starting with the most important part, the contacts. Got to make sure the game is working. If it doesn't work, I don't care what the game looks like. Well, that's partially true. I'm lying to myself, though. I do care. Perhaps if the game looks great and doesn't play at all, then it's totally useless, right? That's definitely not my goal. So we got to get it playing first. Not that I'm going to test it right now, but all right, that's better. That's certainly much, much better than it was before. Putting the house back together after cleaning the carpet. Have we been successful in cleaning? I'd say so. I think so. Pretty good, pretty good. All right. Now for my least favorite part is trying to remember how a Nintendo 64 game gets put back together and doing it under the pressure of everybody watching me, trying not to botch it and get made fun of. The thing goes in there. All right, that was way easier than usual. Good start. Here comes the hard part. This thing goes like, it's like wedged under somehow. Yep, losing stuff. Losing stuff. Got it. Goofed it up. I goofed it. I think it's my bracket. My bracket's gotten all misplaced. There we go. Yeah, it goes between those two little spots. Got it. There we go. Okay. So just shove it? Is that it? Do you just shove and hope everything's fine? Yes, you do. You just shove it. Gotta be less afraid to break things. Like I spent all that time getting it all good. We go. Alright, get that back down. Obviously, the worst part of cleaning is if you spend all this time trying to get it just right, and then you clean off all the gunk on the cartridge itself and on the contacts, and then you try to put it in your system and it still doesn't work. You're feeling like, well, now what do I do? Guess I'll open it back up and try again. Hopefully, we're not going to have that situation here. All right, here, once again, yet another opportunity to look like a doofus. Yeah, put those in, then push down. There you go. We got it. Nope, wrong screwdriver. There we go. Put that guy in there. Put that guy back in. Go back and retighten it, getting it all the way down. Give it a quick shake test. Okay, good, no sound. Alright, so this is Top Gear Overdrive. That's awful. Get a little bit of that off my mat. Start fresh. There we go. Better. So yeah, we gotta get this off. We gotta get the gunk off. It's in pretty bad shape. But I think we can save it. I think we can save this. I'm going to start with just using some of my all-purpose cleaner. Got that on a paper towel. I'm going to go around everywhere but the label to start, and then we'll hit the label last with whatever's kind of residual left on the... Oh, yeah, this is already a bad sign. Already a bad sign. This is going to take a couple baths, I think. Gross. Okay, next thing I'm going to do... See if I can use a toothbrush on some of these ridges. Get inside here. Clean off that. Get some fine details. That's a little close to the label. Let's wipe that off. There we go. Ooh, that's coming right off, actually. That $2 sticker, that must not be in permanent marker. That must be in like a regular marker or something. That came right out. with just cleaner. So that's good. I thought that was going to be much harder to remove. Now the rest of this gunk, though, that might as well be permanent marker. Nasty. Yeah, let me wipe off my toothbrush and clean that off again. Do you have a system right near you to test them out as you go? No, I do not. Not even close. What I do normally is for handhelds, I'll just bring my DS and Game Boy Advance SP over to Workbench, test them out that way. But no, I well, after the stream, I'll need to go plug these into my CRT. It's over. It is in the basement. It's just not within arm's reach of me. In the other finished side of the basement. I'll have to go in and check to make sure these work. But at that point, that's also when I add them to my like digital collection, if that makes sense. Like that's when I put them in my Game Eye app to say, yeah, I bought this game. It's in my collection now. And then if I'm real fancy, I'll put like what I paid for it, so I can keep track of that too. Real careful down here at the bottom. Okay, then just very lightly cross that label, get that started. Get another layer of junk off, and then maybe we may even just do that all. We may just start fresh. Yeah, like there's still some gunk in the T in Nintendo right there. So we may not be done yet, but I will say it's certainly looking way better than it did when I started. That $2 tag is almost gone. Probably just another round of cleaning will do it. And then I'm just going to gently wipe off the label. Get off the dirt and not the ink, please. Thank you. Same back here. I'll take it. Okay, here's where progress looks like so far. It is much better, but yeah, we certainly have a lot of discoloration on the top. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about that, other than I am putting a sticker on top of it. I'm going to put a sticker that says Top Gear Overdrive across the top. That'll make that a little easier. Yeah, the sticker label, if you can see that, is still pretty dirty. That's a little harder to clean without losing ink, but I'll give that another shot at the end too. But I would say we're doing a lot better. If I can get this off and I try a little more here, get that T back here, I will call those victories. I'm try to get some more on my toothbrush. Start with this Nintendo label. And then I'm going to move up here. Wipe that away from the label. Got it too close. Too close. This is second coating of clean in there. Go. Those two seams. Cool. Yeah, still got a tiny bit of color off here as I'm wiping this down again. So we're still getting remnants of something coming up. See, I'll get this just a little bit. Wipe off some of those corners, and then we're gonna hit the labels one last time once I get most of the cleaner off here. Don't want it to get too wet, but it's also gross and needs clean, so that might be good enough. Yeah, we'll call that good. Can I get anything on that corner, though, where that price sticker was? Might be in the grooves a little bit in there. I think we're doing good. Nice. All right. I feel like that's a huge improvement from where we started. Is it a 5 out of 5 condition? No, I don't think I'm going to send this off to WADA to get it graded or anything. But this definitely doesn't feel like an embarrassment to be in my collection anymore, which is, I suppose, really the goal. We'll take that. Yeah, it's still a little bad on here, but I don't think I can get it without putting more cleaner on there, and then I worry about taking ink off, which I can't put back. But pretty good, pretty good. So I'm excited to test that out later and see if that's going to work. Let's see, what else do I want to show off and clean on the stream? Okay, actually, I do have one I want to talk about that's interesting. I have this copy of Aragorn's Quest that I got, and it came in way worse condition than I thought it would. I thought it had just like maybe some water damage, but the problem is that's not just water damage, that is mold. That is some black mold up there. And so like this case itself is kind of all gross and gunky with it. So what I'm gonna do for cleaning this game, I'll see what that looks like in a sec. I do have all the paperwork for it, which is nice. I'll go through that. But my plan on this one is, I think this one's going in the trash. I don't think I can save it. Certainly not this. This artwork has got to go. This has got to go. You can't have the mold stuff around. I do need a couple wee cases, so I would like to be able to recycle this, but I don't know if I mean, it's in bad shape. It's probably not worth it. I could probably find another sports game for $1 or $2 and use that instead than a game that has knowable mold on it. So I might toss that as well. But instead, I just got a new copy of Aragorn's Quest, and this just came in the mail today. This one is a much better case and condition. It does have just a tiny bit of sticker goo on the thing down there. Oh man, risking our health for some Aragorn. I know, right? It's almost like I kicked a rock and broke my foot. The mold is instant trash. Yeah, that's really gross. Yeah, Crown the Lion. I agree. Yeah, that's my line. In case anyone was wondering where my line is, it's black mold. I don't think I can save it. I don't think it's worth saving. I think there's a chance that if you have one moldy game, that mold can jump to your other games in your collection. And then you've got a really big problem. So, yeah, that's the line. That's where it is. In fact, I would rather take a bug-infested game over mold-infested game. That's kind of where I'm at with it. Because a mold-infested game, I mean, you can try to get all the, get like a heat lamp or something and try to kill it all off that way. But like, you're not gonna get the color back normal, and you're always gonna wonder how bad it is. Kate says no bugs in the house, please. I mean previously bug infested, not like living bugs. But that's where I was going with the bugs. Is like mold is that bad. Bugs are, as long as all the bugs are dead, I can clean that off and clean it just like you would if you had bugs in your house or something. Well, maybe that's probably too strong of a statement, because if you have like bed bugs, you're in bad shape. All right, so we're just gonna wipe this down. That said, I've also never had the really bad bugs that you see horror stories of, where like cockroach infections and infestations and stuff. Worst I've had is ants. I've had like ants inside a Nintendo 64. But again, kind of like did everything you could to clean it out, and then it was still working fine after that. So it was like, that's fine. So I now have a second copy of Aragorn's Quest, so I can kind of test both of these discs out a little bit and see which one looks better. Keep one and get rid of one. This bug-infested game, stay outside until clean. Yes. That's a tough one. I think the new one on the right here has a little bit of scratches on it in the outer area, right in this sort of area. My older one, first of all, might have mold around it, but it's got like weird lines on the inner data ring. Maybe that comes right off. I'm gonna say it's not worth it. I'm just gonna keep the one I just got. This one can go with the Aragorn trash one. And then finally, I did not get extra paperwork with it, so I'm just going to kind of go through this paperwork real closely and make sure everything's fine. It's probably fine, but we'll check. So I'm just kind of making sure there's no like kind of like starburst patterns anywhere that indicates any sort of problems. Yeah, I'm not seeing any sort of problems on that so far. I don't know if this save $10 on the motion purchase thing is still good or not. But, oh, expires 12/14/2010. I just missed it. Just missed it. But no, I don't see any problems on that either. I didn't think I would, but I just wanted to be double certain. Just want to double check that everything was good on here. So I'm looking for kind of in the center area, and especially near the staples, making sure there's not any discoloration, make sure there's not any starburst patterns of black stuff. So far, everything looks really good, though. Looks really good. Yeah, we're looking really good here. But I'm going to check each page just to be sure. Just to be sure. But I'm not seeing any sort of signs of any sort of water or damage on the booklet. I don't know how. I don't know if they were kept separately or what. But like the staples are like not even rusted at all. This is the page you'd see problems if they were here, I think. So I think we're good. On the manual, I think I can keep that. I just need to get rid of the case and the artwork that had to go. And then yeah, double check that back. Yeah, it looks great. Yeah, and you know what? If we want to get rid of the disc just to be safe, we can do that too, because I don't need 2 discs. 1 copy of Lord of the Rings Aragorn's Quest is plenty. Plenty. Ooh, so that was a fun one. Yeah, the mold was just on the case, I agree. The case and the artwork, that is. So yeah, we'll just get rid of those 2. The next Wii game, this is going to be brought to you from a Kyle TTKX stream, was the Club Penguin Game Day. For $4, have the game case and manual in here. Definitely one. Oh, is that a poster? Oh man, that's going up somewhere good. I'm gonna frame that probably right by the bedroom. But yeah, this is a. If you're not familiar with the Club Penguin Game Day, I believe it's kind of like a Mario Party, like a generic store brand version of Mario Party, but like those can be there's some good generic food out there. So for the measly $4, I want to get this, and add it to my collection and be able to play some fun mini games on a little board game maybe. There we go. So yeah, mostly I just have like just some stickers to get rid of today. I don't even think I need to clean this one off. This one's in great shape. I'll just kind of take a peek at the inside. I think I looked at it when I bought it, but yeah, it's in really good shape. It's a little piece of dust, but other than that, it's good. Club Penguin. Next one, here's another one that I got just for the case itself. This is Mass Effect 3 for $2. Shout out to whoever did flip the case on this and put the Jennifer Hale Femshep on the outside. Good job. You did good. I'm going to frame it in the basement. But yeah, so the reason, not only did I want another Xbox 360 case, but this has the 2-disc extra sleevey in here. So if you've got a game like, I don't know, like Lost Odyssey or something that's got multiple discs on it, I could use something like this for that to get sure to make have all those on there. So I do already have a copy of Mass Effect 3, though this one is in very good shape. I mean, I bought mine like new, I'm pretty sure. It's not that great. It's good. It's 4 out of 5. So really all I want to do on this one is just take the 2 stickers off of here and add this to my pile of potential cases to use if I need to swap anything else out, which I'm sure I do. These are also the stickers that are meant to like fall apart on you. So they're not too sticky, but they are hard to get off in one piece. But I'm still going to try. I'm going to try to show off and see if I can get a one-piece sticker off of here. Without goofing up anything else. Oh, nope. It was not ready. It was not ready. Keep going. Take my time. Not going anywhere. There we go. That goose from not me. That was someone else. Someone else did that. I wonder if I've got any... Can I get that off real quick? A new one for that. So we're going to use heptane on that. Because of the vinyl case, it works a little bit better than the alcohol does. Let's get just a little bit on there. Seal that back up. Oh yeah, those stickers on books, the worst. Ooh, that came right off though. That little sticky goo came right off with a little bit of the heptane and a cotton swab. Go. Excellent. How's our back doing? Excellent. Yeah, that's in great shape. So good to have more case fodder for later. Speaking of case fodder, I have a Fallout 4 here that I bought, forgetting that I already had a Fallout 4 in my game room. I hadn't logged that I had it yet, so I'm gonna be borrowing that tool for your books. I mean, you could all just bring them downstairs and just say, "Here, another work order came in. Table 4 wants this food delivered to them. Can you just shoot that out the front door for me?" You know, I'll tell you what, after this, we'll do some books. After I get Fallout 4, I'll swap over to books. Alright, so we've got this $3 guy. This guy's going to come off, but he's going to be a jerk about it. There we go. With this, could be another story. What I'm going to do... Do I have anything left on there? Yeah, a little bit. I'm going to put heptane directly on this white sticker. And that should eat through the paper layer and get underneath. Kate's going to bring me a stack. All right. Let that sit for a little bit, and then that should be easier to peel that off eventually. I might need to hit a second time. Get a second layer on here. Book cleaning stream. All right, how about now? Do you want to come off now? Yeah, you do. There we go. Yeah, if I would have tried that without the heptane, it would have just torn all over the place. Would have been a big mess. But thanks to that heptane. Ooh, am I going to be able to peel that? I was not expecting that. Oh, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. I was not expecting such a victory right there. Got just a little bit more residue to get off. There we go. Bit. Nope, gonna need to wipe that down with the heptane a little bit. There we go. Just getting that residue off of there. There you go. Can't even see it. It's good. It's back looking pretty good. All right, so yeah, so now I've got myself a stack of about 5 other game cases I can use for other games that are missing cases or have broken ones, so that's good. Is there pics of video of the Chadley Game Room online? There is not. There is not. I have not yet done any sort of game tour. It's nothing too exciting. It's nothing that like SNES Drunk wouldn't make fun of. It's IKEA bookshelves with games on them, you know. But I mean, it's better than it was, I guess. They're kind of all over the place in my basement. There's a system to it, but it's not something where I'm like, I gotta show everybody how to just, it's not like I'm gonna put out a Top Spot 1, 2, 3 video telling people how to make their lives better. The only thing I can do on that is just some cleaning streams. So, I have one more game I gotta clean off. And it is the Mad Maestro. I think this came up in a Blink stream this week, and I'd already had a copy on its way. Hello, feel free to add that stack over here if you'd like. I've got a new stack of books coming that'll have labels for me to get.
This is my Ollie's haul.
Yeah, your Ollie stickers? Oh, yeah, those are good. So we're going to do the same thing with this guy. All game rooms are exciting. Excuse you. Ooh, this case, or maybe it's just a sticker. I'm getting color off of there. So that sticker must be really gross. Oh, I can see it's an old yellow GameStop sticker. Those ones were jerks. All right, we're going to do the same plan, though, because I feel like that worked out really well. We're just going to get some heptane on that label. Let that soak in. Take our time, let it kind of do its thing, and then we will scrape it all off when it's ready for us. Meanwhile, what else do I got to clean off here? Oh, okay, got another untouched sticker back here. And the dreaded spine label. So I want to say that's all just on the case itself. That spine label is just on the case itself, but we'll find out. We will find out. All right, what do we think? Is that going to be enough? Is that going to be enough? Let me go put that cap back on before I spill it all over. And Maestro is neat. The idea of a rhythm game that uses a pressure sensitivity is novel. Yeah. I bought this game for my brother for Christmas. Oh my, probably like 2018 or like 2008 or something. I think. But I never had my own copy of it. I just bought it for my brother, and so finally I was like, "Wait, why don't I own that game? I should own a copy of Mad Maestro." So I think this is now the 4th music and rhythm game today. Is that nope? Third one. We've had previously High School Musical 2. That one you couldn't have missed. It was what we started off the show with. And then the Cheetah Girls game was like a music theory game. That was wild. So I'll be really curious to try that one out later. Oh, buddy. Come on, buddy. Oh, how is it coming off in one sheet like that? That's not even possible. There you go. Gone. Let me use the tank guy again. Yep. A little bit up here to get. All right, that's pretty good. See if we can get this off with the old-fashioned means. We have a great 90s basement game room. It is very 90s. It's got like wood paneling all across the walls and stuff that was there when we moved in, and we're like, guess that's how it's going to be, because I can't imagine changing that at this point. When I moved in, it had a ton of sports memorabilia all over the walls. And I consider myself a sports fan, I guess, but it was a little overwhelming. So it all came down. And yeah, it got slowly replaced by video games over time. But yeah, at some point I'll have to do some sort of show off of what I've got. I gotta do a little more work first. I gotta clean off all the spine labels for one. I can't have a video game tour with a spine label in it. I'll get laughed off YouTube. I'll never live it down. I'll be known as the guy with a spine label in his collection. This sticker from 2009 is a little stubborn. I got a few options here. I could get back into my heptane addiction. That's always good. I could get out a different scraper tool and see if that'll work better. Or I could just be patient. Those are three all very good options. I think the patient one is currently winning, though. Nope. Got too excited. Who would ever do a tour with dirty spine labels? Unforgivable. Previous owner left up all the memorabilia. Some of it. They left up some of their memorabilia. They kind of like auctioned off all of their other stuff, but not everything sold. Not everything was like someone bought it. So everything that didn't get bought, they just left, which is my fault. I told them to do that, and thinking they like maybe I'd get some cool stuff. But no, I got the junk. I got the junk nobody wanted, like a 1994 team roster for Ohio State football. That was what was left in my house. If I could just get under this corner, I'll be in really good shape. Come on, buddy. There we go. Also, I found the auction before it happened, and also bought some of the stuff for the house I was going to live in, which was fun. They had said previously, like, "Oh, if you want some of the stuff, we're gonna sell it, so you could buy it from us if you want." And we're like, "Okay, thanks," but like they were kind of like everything was kind of expensive what they were asking for, and I was like, "I don't think that's what that's gonna go for," and so I just kind of waited, and then once the auction came through, I was like, "Oh man, that chair is like only going for $10 right now. No way, man! I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna keep that." So I think I spent like another $50 at the auction on like 6 items, I think, including a bunch of like storage shelves in the basement. Actually got outbid on just one of them, which was wild. I was like, how dare you? The one that had the extra like smoke detector on the shelf was the one that I couldn't win. I was like, oh, that's a $50 smoke detector. Well, someone else probably saw that too. All right, I'm going to bail on this. I'm going to just rip it off, I think. Not really coming up as easy as I want, and I think we're going to switch to the heptane solution here. We already kind of started it, so we're just going to go for it. All the yellow from that label is coming off there. Boy, I promised everybody a book cleaning stream, and here I am stuck on a stupid Mad Maestro sticker that's been here for 13 years. 13 and a half years, actually. Got most of it. A little more heptane should do the trick. There we go. There we go. Might need to brush one of those. Just for the end. But yeah, Kate's right. We got really, really lucky on when we got that house to get it in February 2020 because the world shut down right after we moved in. Here we go. How's the front doing? Any more spots I gotta hit up? Yeah, a little bit. A little bit on the front there. There we go. All right, now all that's left is the spine label. Go. All right, see if I can do this without gouging out anything. We'll do our best. Another stubborn sticker. That's right, I forgot about that. Like, you were like, yeah, I've got plenty of time. I'll just kind of stay home and take care of all my projects and stuff, and I can go out and go explore the world later. We'll pick up those things next week, and then we never got to leave. We ended up with, like, sleeping in the guest bedroom on our old college mattress for, like, the first at least 6 months of the pandemic. At least 6 months before we were like, okay, we're finally getting our, like, real king-size bed for real adult grown-ups. There we go. Now it's starting to come up a little bit. Push down there. Heal up here. Might get the whole thing. Close. Close enough that I can work with. Okay, we'll just use some heptane on there. And we'll be alright. Had to move your king-size bed on your own yesterday. Made you feel real bad to be a grown-up adult. Yeah. Were you shampooing underneath it? Is that what you were up to? I was just thinking about that too. Is like we never changed the carpet or like painted the walls before we moved in either. And again, pretty soon it was like, well, now it's too late. We're never going back to that again. But I was thinking, like, man, if I have to, like, redo the carpet or something, like, how am I going to get this king-size bed out of here? Like, it doesn't go through the door frame. Like, we built this in the room. All right. That was more work than I thought I would have for Mad Maestro, but she is ready to go. Almost. Hang on. I found a little more goo. All right, close enough. Excellent. Exactly. Got it. All right, now for the moment you've all been waiting for, and by all I mean Crown the Lion and Crafty Kate. We gotta get off some of these Ollie stickers off here. So Prince Ever After, it's got an Ollie sticker. I think I can get these off. I might swap to a clean tool though. Switch. I don't think I've used this white one. Try to get one with nice sharp edges on it. Okay, it has been used, but it's still probably gonna be good. The key on this one again is definitely be real careful. You don't want to gouge the edge. But I think as long as I get the corner up, I think the whole thing should come. Could be famous last words as it tears right underneath me. All right. So I think the theory is good. I just need to get more corners than just the one. There we go. Right at the part where it all destroys. The price marker. I love that part. Excellent. Boom! Princess Ever After. Looks pretty good. I don't see any other residual marks there. I also don't think I want to hit this with heptane. I'm guessing that will take the white off of there. So I don't really want to do that. This is a valuable learning experience for me. Yes, Crown the Lion, for sure. I think I remember hearing you say in one of your streams that you were like moving out of your apartment and hoping to find a forever place to go. Do I remember that correctly? All right. I'm just curious. What if I take the smidgest of heptane and just see if I can get that out without breaking anything? Okay, get out the excess. I feel like an archivist at this point. Okay, that actually did okay. That did okay. Yeah, I think I just have to be careful to dry that off as soon as it hits. But no sort of bleed through or anything. I think we're good. Okay. That one. There's one. Here we go. This will be a fun one. Yes, house hunting is fun, stressful, haha. Yeah, I like how you laugh when really you're just crying on the inside, because I know that feeling very well. Is the market still bonkers? I'm sure it is. Last I heard, the problem is the homes aren't, like, the prices aren't abysmal. The problem is now your interest rate is abysmal. That you can't, like, you're going to get an interest rate of like 7.5% or 8% or something like that, which is like more than double what like people were getting just a couple years ago. But curious to hear what your experience has been for that. But yeah, I think my advice, if I had any, for new homeowners is stuff that I heard before, but like didn't get a chance to act on due to circumstances. But I would say think about things like carpet and paint before you move in. Don't worry about it too much for like, you know, don't let it be a deal breaker for you for like why you don't buy a house or you do buy a house. Like, oh, I like the house with the pink walls or whatever. Like, that's a temporary thing that can be changed. You know, we were immediately at first put off by our basement because we didn't like the wood paneling in it before we decided it was actually very 90s-esque and worked very well for a game room. But a lot of that stuff that's easy to change. Stuff that's hard to change is like, I don't know, how many bedrooms does it have? Does it have toilets in the right spot? Like, you're not going to be able to fix that problem. So definitely try to focus on that stuff. But then if you do buy the house, I would then think about anything like carpet and painting is going to be a lot easier to do before you move all your stuff in there. So see if you can figure out a way to before you move in, if at all possible, take a week or two to get like new carpet in there, or have someone paint the walls, or do it yourself. That's also great. But do all that before you move all your stuff in. It's huge. The other part of that people may not think about is your closets. If you don't like how your closets are laid out, or you want to put in one of those like fancy custom closets and stuff, do that before you move in as well. Because once you put in all your clothes and stuff in there, you'll kind of like never want to touch your closet again. You'll be like, nah, it's fine how it is when it's not. So there's my tips to a potential new homeowner. Yo, this sticker is real mean. This is a real jerk right here. We're gonna have to definitely use some of our heptane on this guy. But first, we'll see how much paper we can get off, and then we'll use heptane on the rest of the bits that are left over. Yeah, hopefully you are able to get get a good interest rate, get a good deal, get a good place. Make your life better. I'm hoping. It's always feels good to get all that done if you can. But yeah, closets are generally not that hard to do. It's just again easier to do it before you move all your stuff in. I think the closest I did is I took like a magic eraser and went around and like fixed all the dings in the walls and stuff with like a magic eraser, but I didn't paint over anything, so it was kind of superficial what I did. Oh, the other thing that's kind of like closets too is if you have like shelf liner you're planning on putting down, to also do that before you move in all your kitchen stuff as well. But yeah, I did that too. I'm just ripping this guy. It's just not going. We put shelf liner on all of our shelves before we put all of our like plates and bowls and dishes and stuff on them, so that we were kind of protecting the wood that's underneath it. And that was really worthwhile to get that out of the way first and then put stuff on top of it. That was cool. Looking for a nice craft room. Nice, nice. Man, this guy's rough. All right, that's gonna be close enough. We have no choice but to try heptane on this one. But since this one's got like a little plasticky cover thing, I think it will be okay. But we're going for it. We're going for this one. Looks like it's working though. There we go, now it's coming up. Just needed some of that good heptane action. I think that might need a little bit more heptane action. Alright, got all the bits off. Except for that. Other than that, got all the bits off. See if I can get some of the goo off. That's going to need some fresh heptane. There we go. Finally, see if I can wipe that off with a paper towel. Well, alright. Didn't work as well as I wanted to. Maybe some cleaner will do it. Try just a tiny bit cleaner. See if that'll work on some of that residual goo that's on there. Well, I would say that did not go overall as well as I'd hoped for. It still has like a lot of the kind of goo on there. I don't think that's from the heptane. It's possible. Let me try one more tiny layer of it, going in a different direction, working across it in other ways, and see if it kind of shows different lines on it. Could be it just needed another coat. Yeah, still a little bit down there. I don't think that's where I got it just now. Keep that a little bit. Alright, I'm going to say that's as good as we're going to do. Yeah, I think this type of thin plastic cover is still, heptane is still too strong for that, I think. But it's better than it was. We'll go back to some easier ones like this here. Undercover Duke. Sabrina Jeffries. This looks like a real winner, I gotta tell you. Clean off my tool a little bit. It's gotten gunk on it from all the other things I've been cleaning off today. Okay, there we go. On heptane before I spill it. It's historical. Yeah. Well, we're definitely gonna have to. I mean, she's right now. She's hiding her face in shame. So we gotta fix that part. We gotta get her to show off. Work from home, gang. By the way, that's right. I'm currently going into the office one day every other week. So like basically 2 times a month. And like those 2 days I go in are like absolutely the worst days of my entire month for sure. Everyone's always like, oh, we're so happy to see everybody. And it's so good to everyone in the office. And I'm like, for you, maybe. I did not care for it. I thought it was loud. There are too many people. And I couldn't hear anything when I was in my meetings because people were talking. And I was trying to listen on my headphones to a meeting. Ooh, almost. Pretty good. Pretty good. Got a little bit more residue here to get rid of. Bet that one has a spicy step back. There we go. Alright, how are we looking over here? Ooh, that's pretty good. I think we got most of that residual stuff off there. Alright, we're in good shape here. We're in pretty good shape. Put that in the success pile. We'll move on to... Oh boy, you brought me a real challenging one. You brought me the Target sticker. The Target sticker. Well, we'll start with this one. Keep working my way down until I get to the price sticker part where it wants to die on me. Switch over to another side. Yes. Touchdown. You're welcome. Oh boy. Oh, oh, I think I found a spot. Gotta work my way with it. Work it to the outsides. There we go. Work it around. Gotta get every corner up or it's not gonna come up at all. Get that side over there. There we go. There we go. Whew. Got our target sticker off of there. We did it. Excellent. All right, next up. Let's see how we go. See how this one goes. Ooh, this one's gonna be stubborn. It's gonna be a jerk, I can just tell. I'm gonna try the metal one, just to see how that goes. See if that gives me any... works better, and see if I can do it without gouging the book. Go. Can I be so lucky? Now there's a spot right there already tearing. Let's try from the other side. That side. A big tear just now. Nope. The Ollie gods have not smiled upon me this day. All right. I'm trying to carefully put just a little bit of heptane on this guy. We're going to hope to not take any ink off this book, and we'll find out if that works. I'm going to switch back to my plastic one, too. Plastic scraper. There it goes. Now it's coming off. Just hope it comes off clean and doesn't take any book with it. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're okay. I'm going to just wipe that off real quick. It is sticky now, but it's at least off. Got the paper part off. The problem is just the stickiness behind. I just can't seem to get that. Maybe another fresh swab of heptane will do it. Ooh, that helped. Still a little sticky. I can't figure out how to resolve. Especially because I don't want to get anything too strong on here. I'm afraid it'll lose. I'll start losing ink if I use anything stronger, like say a Goo Gone or something like that. I think that would be too strong, but I think that's pretty good. Pretty good. You can see, yeah, a little bit of like kind of residue in the corner, but not bad. Doesn't have to be perfect, she says. All right. Well, we did our best, that's for sure. All right, I think this is the last one from the stack you gave me. Let's switch tools. I haven't used this blue one yet today. See if this one's going to feel lucky for me. Switch to my metal one. See if that gets me underneath here just a little better. Got one more idea. This is not going quite as easy as I hoped for. I'm gonna get some heptane on my cotton swab here. And we're gonna do the sort of the nudge method where I get a little bit under it, try to hit it with some heptane, and then start picking at it again. We did okay with that. It was alright. It's alrighty. Let's gotta see what else we can get off of here. Let's try maybe plastic for a bit. No, hang on. Let me do... Shoot, where's that Q-tip I was just using? Got too many now. This one? Whatever, I'll just get a new one, I guess. Go. Okay, so there's the paper off there. Still got that sticky problem that I had before. I'm so darn curious at this point. I'm gonna try a tiny bit of Goo Gone and see what that does for us. That's too much. I don't want that much. But maybe I'll just dab it and we'll be okay. All right. So good news is the stickiness is gone. The bad news is you can definitely see where I did that. So I think the next step is we'll try just some cleaner on here. Not doing it. Well, it's good enough. Good enough. Ooh. Okay, so that's the end of Kate's stack of books. I have one more stack of books to work on. And that stack of books also came from Half Price, so shouldn't be too bad. Closer, there we go. Conquering Sega Genesis games. That looks like a good one. Here are codes to take you to the final round in NHL hockey. All sorts of good stuff in here. Probably. But I'm hoping these stickers, since they're half price, should come off a little easier than all these ones did. Yeah. Yeah. It's just the process of going through them. Oh, yeah. No problem. No problem. Cool. Nothing else. That looks great. Next up, for all you Polymedia fans who are listening to We've Got Goosebumps, I found a bajillion Goosebumps at my half price that somehow I didn't own. It was like the ones I already owned were not at that half price, and the ones I were missing were there. So I got a whole bunch of Goosebumps books, and they are all $2, and I'm going to take the sticker off all of them. In theory. We're going to try. There we go. Boom. we go. Try to put it back on. Reader beware, you choose the scare. Give yourself goosebumps. That's what series we're looking at right here. I like these quite a lot when I was a kid. It's number 13, Scream of the Evil Genie. That one is going to be one of the better ones, I can tell. Got a nice fun holographic cover on it. Next up is Goosebumps number 50, Calling All Creeps. Nice. Goosebumps trading cards inside, really? Oh, someone already took off this thing, I guess. I don't really get any trading cards. Sad. I'm not really sad about it, actually. Could have traded with Travis, see if we can get the whole set of Goosebumps cards, I guess. It was a good half price books haul. We got a lot of stuff from that half price. But once I take these stickers off, I can move these all upstairs with the rest of my Goosebumps books, and then take another catalog and picture to figure out which ones I have and which ones I'm still missing, so that I can hopefully get closer to that whole set. Didn't want to just listen to the podcast and not have the most inside knowledge, so now I'll have everything I need to read along, participate, call in to their radio show. Long-time listener, long-time reader, first-time caller. I don't think they have a radio show. I don't think there's a lot of people calling in about Goosebumps books. Just me, though. That means they've been waiting for me to do it, I guess. Phantom of the Auditorium. Remember auditoriums? I think they're all just swapped out to gymnasiums now. I don't think they have auditoriums in schools anymore. The product of the 80s and 90s for sure. Haunted Mask. I remember this one. Some of these I did read, but couldn't find them when I was getting all my Goosebumps books. I might have lost a few of them over childhood. You know, it's not like you were keeping a whole set on purpose when you were a kid. You just had them, right? So that was one that I remember reading, but I couldn't find it. Girl Who Cried Monster, number 8. I think I listened to this podcast already. Nice. All right, and our last of the Reader Beware, you Choose the Scare series. Number 7, Under the Magician's Spell. I didn't really notice as I was going through here. I probably should have paid more attention, but it looks like at first glance, these books were all traded in at like totally different times. I would have assumed it would have been like one person who just had like the entire stack and dropped them all at once. But it looks like these all have like different trade-in dates. So like lots of different people had lots of Goosebumps books and all traded them in at the half price. So we did it. Okay. I think that's my stack. Looking back there, I do have some more Stubborn Spine labels on some Xbox 360 games that are left, but I feel like that's going to be like a whole nother 45 minutes to an hour of a stream. And it looks like we've gone for about 2.5 hours so far. One of my longest streams yet, I think. Thanks to those books that I got to do. That added up the extra time that I needed. So yeah, so I think I'm out of stuff to clean. I don't think I have anything else. So we'll take a look to see if there's anybody else out there doing cool stuff that we should raid. Don't think so. don't think I've got anybody under like 100 people already watching them streaming that I'd want to dump my channel into. So that might just be it for us. So want to thank everybody so much for coming in and chatting with us today. We had Top Spot 123 in here. We had Crafty Kate doing unofficial modding because I still haven't made you a mod yet. I need to fix that probably at some point. I'll figure it out. And let's see, we had Crown the Lion came in, Blinkoom came in. We had all sorts of, we had a party in here. It was good. It was good times. So thanks everyone coming in for a nice, hopefully relaxing cleaning stream, where now I can catalog all these games, put them in my collection, and get one step closer to that inevitable collection showcase that Blink wants to see so bad. So hope everyone out there has a great weekend. Hope you enjoy keeping your stuff up in good shape. And other than that, I'll see you next time. Bye.